Where are the good-looking men? Because I just got back from an event and I looked around and all the women, 10 on 10s. 10 on 10s, hair done, makeup done, outfits on point, 10 on 10s. And then I look around at the men and no effort. No effort. We're not asking for Liam Hemsworth's, like that would be nice to have. But we just want effort. We know you can put in an effort into a nice haircut or to a nice well-groomed beard or a nice shirt, a little light blazer. Like, effort, man. Come on. It's just so unfair because everywhere you look around, they're just such beautiful, amazing, well put together women. And us straight girlies also need something nice to look at, It's not a lot to ask.
So many women over the age of 40 are single. Why do you think that is?
This is a big conversation. There's lots of different reasons. One is that we live in a time where women are making more money than ever and are more independent than ever. So a lot of them are choosing to be single or choosing not to get married. Let's say they're in a relationship, but they're choosing not to get married because they don't see the point in getting married. Whereas in the past, especially through a heteronormative lens, it would be you get married because you need financial support from your husband. And you need other things, but you want to build a family. You want to be at home, and your husband would be sort of the one sort of monetarily supporting the family. And so things have changed a lot for women. I think now, at least for the women I work with, most women, they want to be with someone who's financially stable, but what they're looking for more is someone who's emotionally supportive, right? So women don't need that. It also depends where we're looking. If we're looking at cities or we're looking more like, suburban areas, it's definitely different in cities.
No matter what I do, no matter how comfortable I am being single, no matter how content I am with my life on my own, every time I go do something, whether it's going to dinner, going to an event, literally just going grocery shopping, anywhere I go, there's always like a teeny tiny little part of my subconscious that's like, maybe you'll meet your husband today. Maybe you'll meet the love of your life today. And this is coming from someone who, I hate the word decenter men because I feel like it's so overused, but men are definitely not my focus right now. I'm not dating, but I'm not dating. Not on any dating apps, anything like that. And this is my whole brand, being comfortable on your own. I am very comfortable on my own. That's what I post about. I would say my friends would consider me very comfortable being single. I feel great, but there's always a little part of me while I'm getting ready. I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll meet him today. And I feel like if you say that you don't have that little tiny thought, a little whisper in the back of your head, you're lying. And I know societally, it is what's kind of shoved down our throats as women, but I do want a lifelong companion, sue me. I definitely do want that one day. And I try not to think about it because I do have a lot going on right now. Everyone's always like, it'll happen when you least expect it. It'll happen when you least expect it. Okay, but I literally can't just never expect it. It's always a little bit in the back of my mind. And then I'm like, oh shoot, can I just turn that voice off? Because then maybe it'll happen for me. It's just hardwired in there. Yeah, I'm always just oh, maybe today will be the day. And I have to think that eventually one of these days will be the day. And then I'll feel like, oh, I was right. I'm also a Taurus and a very hopeless romantic, if that puts any of this into context, and mildly avoidant.
Doing it all by yourself is so isolating. It's so lonely. It is borderline. No, it's just depressing. You have no one there to pass the baton to. You have no one there to take care of you when you're sick and you're in the most vulnerable states. You have no one to cry to. You have no one to tell you that you're doing a good job. There's just no support whatsoever. The pro of doing it all on your own is that when you learn how to do it all on your own, your standards automatically increase. Now you know how to do it by yourself. So now you have a standard for someone to come into your life that you didn't have before. Because before, you would just take anything and you'd be happy with it short term, then you wouldn't be happy because you would expect this person to give you more or give more to the relationship, and they just weren't capable because you weren't looking at, when you were dating them, what they were capable of doing. You were just taking whatever it is that they were giving you and just absolutely eating it up because you were wounded. And doing it on your own doesn't mean that you're being cursed or life is punishing you. Nope. It's just kind of like boot camp. It's boot camp in order to get you ready for what it is that you say you keep wanting. You say you want this certain person, but guess what? In the past, you haven't really brought that person into your life because you haven't spotted that person because those standards were so low. Once you're by yourself and you're good by yourself, Those standards go way high, and you don't accept anything less because you've done it on your own before and you know how to do it. Doesn't mean you want to do it, but you know how to do it. And that means that anyone coming in is going to have to know how to do it too. And you're going to be able to articulate to this person just exactly who you are and what you expect out of a relationship with anyone.
Quick cry, Pilates, second cry, coffee, go.
If you're a single, well-maintained woman in your late 30s or 40s, did you know that you're hot on the dating market? Let me ask you a question. Do you know what's the divorce rates nowadays? Conservatively, over 50, which means men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s with well-established career and businesses are divorcing every single day. There are literally hundreds of thousands of eligible single bachelors around your age, freshly coming out of the oven every Thursday. And those men, they are looking for love. They are looking for a girlfriend, a second wife. This time though, with more money and power compared to his first marriage. Stop listening to broke men saying that, oh, wealthy guys only go for 25-year-old models. The reason why people stay broke is because they assume they know what wealthy people do. Wealthy, respectable men care about their reputation. Therefore, they will only go for women around their own age bracket who share similar intelligence and life experiences. My only advice for you is you must take care of your body. Be in great shape. Take good care of your skin. To be honest, if you're over 35 and that you maintain your figure, you're slim and you have beautiful hair, beautiful skin, you are already at the top 5% among your age group. Remember, you are hot on the dating market and the world is your oyster.
It's not though. You are top 5 in your dating market, top 5%. That does not mean that these men are going to date you. It doesn't. They are not going to date you. If you are not their type, which a lot of you modern women aren't, they are not going to date you. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. A lot of you modern women be on your own time schedule, and you think that you're going to bring that schedule to the man. You're not. You're not going to do it. He's not listening to you, bro. Not at all. So this stuff that you're telling women is BS. You need to prepare them for the real world.
There's a grief that happens when you're a single woman in your 40s that doesn't get talked about enough. It's the grief of the life that you've imagined. And honestly, no one really prepares you for this kind of grief. It's the relationship you thought you'd have, the family you pictured, the version of you thought you'd become. And it hits at like random moments. On the holidays, of course, and you're hanging out with your friends who have kids, or you're just randomly at Target and you see a couple holding hands. But please hear me. Feeling that grief doesn't mean you messed up your life. It means you're human, and it means that you're smart. You're allowed to grieve what didn't happen and still build something beautiful from here.
A lot of women are confusing tricks with boyfriends. Tricks are not boyfriends. Boyfriends are not tricks, okay? Boyfriends don't pay for bills. They don't pay for your rent. They don't pay for your upkeep, like your nails, your hair, none of that. We all work. You're a grown woman. You're supposed to take care of your own responsibilities, okay? Boyfriends, they pay for your dinner date. You know, they take you out to eat. They might pay for your vacation here and there. You know, they buy you gifts for your birthday and holidays. That's it. But they have their own lives and responsibilities, okay? Tricks, yes, they may pay your bills. They might buy you a car, do things because it's transactional. You give them things, they give you things in return. Those are not normal, okay? You're not an escort. If you want a fulfilling, loving relationship, then you don't burden somebody that you love with your bills and unexpected responsibilities.
This nigga just said, you know, it's a group of losers if 6 to 9 women group up to plan a Valentine's. Bitch. I'm over here cracking the fuck up because that's true. When the Valentine's Day thing started, it was the loser bitches. Like, let me clarify. It was definitely the loser bitches when it started. That's who started it, a loser bitch.
And why do y'all be at these Valentine's Day events wearing nothing but lingerie, drinking alcohol, and twerking in a room full of nothing but women? And y'all gotta stop doing weird stuff because I'm all for a good time, but what is the lingerie about exactly? Y'all can't wear regular clothes? And now I understand why y'all don't want men no more, because y'all probably just want each other.
Another thing. What the fuck is this Valentine's Day shit you bitches that made up? Like, I don't want to hang with no bitch on Valentine's Day. I'm trying to go to Pound Town.
No, excuse me, hello. I think the Valentine's Day is exposing the girls, because why would I want to be in full-on lingerie, thong, thigh straps and all of that, getting drunk with a whole bunch of women? Talking about, oh, it's Valentine's Day. If you don't have no man, come on, do the lingerie and do the... Girl, I'm not going to be in no lingerie with just women.
Goddamn, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Yes, sir.
Now, this ain't fair. Y'all married. And y'all got men. So y'all wouldn't need to do that. That ain't right.
If somebody offered you $50K a month to leave me, would you do it?
Yeah.
Yo,
but,
I don't like... Yo.
But I'm going to call you got my kids.
Wait,
what?
Am
I also taking the kids?
Yeah, you taking the kids.
Well, he didn't say that. What if he don't want kids in his house? Who am I to tell that man that he has to father my children also?
Yo.
He didn't include them in the package. I'm taking the package as is. I'm not amending.
So you would leave your kids?
I'm not asking no questions. I'm just going to assume somebody offered you $50,000 a month.
I would not leave
me.
You.
Why?
Because I love you and I've built a life with you.
Well, then I would leave you for being a dumbass. Because what the fuck are you talking about?
That's wild.
$50K a month?
$50K a month, man.
Every month.
Every month.
For the rest of my life.
Rest of your life.
I don't have to do shit for it but leave.
You got to leave and be with that person, yeah.
Are you about to say something else that's going to make me...
No.
Like, what's the bad... What are you talking about?
Well, damn.
When I was younger, I hated the fact that I had happily married parents. Like, I used to pray for them to get divorced. They didn't argue all the time and like that. I just felt left out because everybody in my school had a single mom. And I was just like, why do my mom gotta be happily married? Like, why is it me? Why am I cursed with a 2-parent household? I was also really mad that I lived in a home. Like, I really wanted to live in the apartments because I just thought that it just looked so cool. Like, all your friends live in the same building. Y'all all ride the bus. I genuinely wanted to be from the projects and I wanted a single mom.
I just want to know, like, it seems like it's a trend of women that go from dancing to, like, strictly RN. Like, why is that the career choice for most women that lead in strip industry?
Well, anything in the medical field, because we've seen stuff so much firsthand as far as different things and know of a lot of people that deal with a lot of issues, because a lot of people come to strip clubs with issues. So we feel like we, the way makers, we can help make things happen, make people feel better. So a lot of women feel like, oh, I can go into healthcare because I was already a foot in the door of helping somebody, taking care of somebody, making sure they feel good. Why not do it in nursing? And nursing is the most cheapest and easiest way to get into healthcare. It sounds expensive when they start going to school, but it's really cheap. If you could put $60,000, $70,000 away, you could pay your way through nursing school and get grant money. It's so cheap. It's an easy gateway.
I don't know if that's the same thing, but still in all, I appreciate your service. I do. I really do.
All these posts about, women living in a only woman's town. I would never live with you bitches. Oh. Women are not nice to each other. Y'all are very delusional about who y'all be, about y'all behavior. Mm-hmm. A lot of women think that they are upstanding women, but look how y'all treat each other in the real world. Because the same women who are going to like this post are also in a group chat talking about another woman. Once y'all identify another woman as a threat, y'all turn into monsters. Real wicked. And y'all really only like women who y'all see as inferior to you. Yeah. That's why so many women on this app telling other women what to do. Look how y'all gossip, click up, want to compete. Look how y'all treat beautiful women. Yeah. Hell fucking no. Look how y'all raise y'all motherfucking sons. And then say niggas ain't shit. Well, who the fuck raised them? How many times have you smiled at a woman and she rolled her eyes at you? Oh, yeah. Or you've been walking down the street and she looked you up and down? Insecure women are very dangerous women, and a lot of women are in denial that they are insecure. A lot of women have false confidence. Women know how to mask very well. A lot of women have a false sense of self. I'm not living in a town with a whole bunch of women who never took the time to face their trauma and walk around playing victim. It does not reflect or show up in the real world. I'm not seeing it. Where y'all at?
Yeah, fuck no. Fuck that shit. You'll never find me in a women's only town And if it's going to be a world with only women, please take me out, because I don't want to be around women. I cannot stand some of their behavior, and they cannot be trusted.
What's up with you? You seem like an interesting person. Tell me some of your superpowers.
I can read minds.
I believe you.
I'm being serious. I hope you believe me.
I believe you. Okay.
Good.
Read my mind.
You mad that you bald head.
I got a question for the men. What would you do in this situation? You taking your lady out to a restaurant. When you get to the restaurant door, you know it's 2 sets of doors. It's the first set, then it's the little waiting area, and then you got the other set of doors. You hold the door open for your woman, but behind y'all is another lady who is alone and going to enter the restaurant too. So you hold the door for her too. Just being a gentleman. Now, you get to the second set of doors, it's the same scenario. But this time when you open that second set of doors, your woman, not only do she cut her eyes at you, but she turned her whole head to let you know she was not feeling it. This time, do you only hold the door for your lady, or do you still continue to hold the door for both women? What would you do?
I hold the door open for both women and tell my woman to check her attitude. That's foolishness. I'm being a gentleman. She's coming through. I'm going, whether it was a man or a woman, I'm going to hold the door open. Period. Hey man, I appreciate that. Don't worry about it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yes, ma'am. And going about my business. If you had a problem with that and the attitude about it, you and I need to have a talk to the side. Maybe when we get to that, what's going on with you? Oh, well, I just didn't feel. No, you need to get about your own feelings. Oh, well, I don't want to be here anymore. We gonna leave. But I'm going to take my food to go. Period. End of story.
This hand signal is the sign for being abused. If you're ever in a situation where you're being abused, do this.
And this one's going to get me in trouble. But bear with me, this is coming from a good place. But this is my hot take. I have heard, especially recently, time and time again, many a time, women talk about how much they miss an alpha masculine man. And I want a man to come and do this for me and provide and take care of me, and I'm tired and I fell for the feminism and the working and I'm exhausted and I want to have kids, and that whole tune that we've been hearing. I've heard it a lot and I sympathize and I understand a lot and I empathize. But I seldom hear them say, and this is what I will give.
Never.
Daddy, can you relax? I'm on a roll here, okay? But I hear it a lot of what they want to receive, and I get it. But what are you gonna give? You know? And then when I ask them, it's always like, oh, I'll make him a home. Baby girl, do you even know what that entails? Do you know the dedication, the work, the commitment, the sacrifice, the selflessness that it takes to give a man a home, to give yourself a home? It's a lot of hard work.
Men keep on saying this, man. Men keep on saying this. Y'all are doing it to yourselves. Y'all are doing it to yourselves. Men see this type of stuff and they gonna walk away from this type of attitude every single time. They gonna be like, oh, you fine, but I'm a dick.
Bunch of women are agreeing with you. You more than likely saying the dumbest shit ever. Because all they believe in is stupid shit. Like, they don't logic, none of it. So if they're agreeing with you, you're more than likely saying some stupid ass shit. Because they don't even believe what they say to themselves. Okay, check this out. A woman's intuition is so spot on. There could be no information or proof, but we will still know everything that's going on for real. LOL. And in the same, watch this though, watch this. This the same person, by the way. Read this. Stop saying women choose bad men. No, a lot of men pretend to be good until you're in too deep to run. So what the fuck was the intuition at? What the fuck was the intuition at? And then there was a bitch in the comments talking about as women, we're taught to give people chances. Who the fuck teach you to give a terrible man a chance? That's why fathers are needed. That's why fathers are needed in the fucking house. Because who the fuck will teach y'all to choose horrible men? If the intuition worked so motherfucking good as y'all think it did, you wouldn't have been a nigga fit baby mama. You want to move that abusive man that touch kids into your fucking house. So either y'all are the smartest creatures on the planet who got psychic level ability, intuition, or y'all just be doing shit just for the plot. And I know I use that for the plot a lot, but I'm starting to think that's what a lot of motherfuckers are doing. Y'all doing shit just to have something to talk about because y'all lives are so fucking bland that if y'all didn't invite drama into y'all life, wouldn't nobody give a fuck about y'all. So it's either one or the other. You can't be both. Men can't be so smart and secretive that we can get past y'all intuition, or either y'all intuition it don't exist. It's not real. Pick one. You can't have both.
Out doing these things, like she's either home or she's out with her girlfriends, or are you saying he's with her?
Two scenarios.
Yeah.
He's with girl A, who is boring, stays at home, prefers to be watching Netflix and hanging out, waiting for him, right, and doesn't really go outside. Or the other girl who's spontaneous, adventurous, has friends, has a social life, is out and about, life of the party, interesting life experiences. What do you think is a better fit for your brother?
Life experiences.
No. See, that is why women don't know. And I knew you were going to say that. And the reality is, the first girl I mentioned is a way better fit for most guys.
Lazy and just sitting at home all day.
See, I love how she said that person's lazy. See how she was able to find a negative thing to the girl who's actually the better candidate?
Yeah.
For her.
Exactly. Because that was just the easy thing to do, to put that person down. Instead of trying to understand.
Brother versus the other girl. Bro, we don't want girls that are outside all the time and life of the party and spontaneous and all sorts of shit. It's free-spirited. No. Those girls tend to be promiscuous. Yep. Not all the time, but they tend to be.
Who's more delusional right now, men or women?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Women, y'all know I stand on a mountaintop for you, especially black women. But I gotta say this. I meet better men nowadays than I meet women.
Wow.
And that's just the truth. There are so many men nowadays who are ready to be married, who are ready to be family men, who are standing on principles, who are, really into and relational with the women that they're dating.
Right.
And I meet a lot of women who want to play the field, who want to be, more of we have womanizers, but we do have women who are manizers. And when you start to look at women who want a man to just perform, right, which goes into the same field as gold digging, that's a woman who is considered a manizer. And unfortunately, I meet a lot more, men who are like, Doc.
How many women do the bare minimum when it comes to raising their child?
A lot of women.
And they like to sit there and try to portray like they have.
A lot of women.
Give me a second.
But
Naisha, you have to.
It's that I don't care to hear like this. Like
that's not fair because we've heard.
But why? No, I'm hearing you on what a good father does, right?
But you're not letting him finish.
Right?
I want you to understand that when we speak about these things, there's a cause and effect, and there's also another side of it. So as much as we like to sit and we like to speak down or we speak against the man's role in this, a lot of men feel like, yo, I pay $400, I pay $500, I pay $600, whatever I do, and I don't see any of that poured into my child. And I watch my child's mom sit home, barely take care of the child the way they need to be taken care of. Mm-hmm. My kid walking around in raggedy ass but you walking around with your nails and your hair did and all that. It happens. And 100%. That even builds up a resentment in the men. So I don't want to make this sound like it's so much of a one-sided thing.
It's not.
Real men want to take care of their children.
I agree.
The problem starts when they feel like the woman is also making it hard for them to be the father that they want to be, and it's being controlled either by them or by a court system. I didn't judge so-and-so. I had sex with you. We had this child. You're not about to tell me the influence I can have in my child life by telling me how many times a week I can see them and all this other shit just because you petty or I'm petty. It's really disgusting. And that's when we start talking about the business aspect of it. We start treating our kids like either a way to get back at somebody or a business relationship to figure out how you're going to pay some bills. I don't want to deal with that. For me, it's a nasty way of doing. And a lot of times we only focus on the men when it comes to that nasty dealings. We need to talk about some of these women, a lot of these women that make it hard for real men to be the fathers that they want to be in their child's life. And then the bad part is that a lot of us aren't strong enough to deal with that pressure, so we walk away. And then it's still a wrong decision to make. But what do you expect people to do? Drive themselves insane because you want to control us with our own seed? I don't want to hear it. So as much as you can feel personalized by it, and I'm very personalized by it, but I don't want to talk in that respect because I want to give both sides a fair conversation. But if I want to get personal, I've been through some shit as a father.
Word.
Still go through things as a father. And there's nobody on this earth that can tell me I don't want the best for my kids. But I've had moments where I've dealt with some difficulties. And today I can say I'm in a better space. But in those moments.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you check out the full episode on YouTube. All the full episodes are there. So check it out.
And I know we grown and all, and everybody like growed up, you know, changed their life or whatever the case may be. But I just want y'all to know this. For y'all hoes, they be trying to act all bougie and y'all like so above everybody. I want y'all to know, I remember you bitches that used to be getting trains one of y'all. I remember you bitches that used to be jumping out windows getting fucked. I remember. I did not forget. I am never going to forget. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much of a bad bitch you was on this app. You still the freaked out bitch to me. I'm sorry. Like I can't let this go.
But when men say this, it's a problem. But when men tell women this, it's a problem. But when men say this to women, men are hating. Men are being misogynistic. Men are being a part or participating in the patriarchy.
So everybody keeps asking me, what's it like being single and dating in your 30s? There's some transition that happens between your 20s and your 30s where you just know a lot more about yourself and you understand the things that you like and kind of what your ideal day-to-day would look like. So being able to then go from being in a relationship to being single and you have all this free time on your hands and you know exactly what to do with it. It's been such a nice moment of reset of always thinking about what do I want? You get to be selfish every single day. What time do you want to wake up? What do you want to do with your morning? What do you want to do that weekend? You do anything. And for sure, dating has its cons, do not get me wrong. I'm trying to keep the mindset of, in the grand scheme of things, even if I'm single for like the next 2 years, in my life, that's a very short period of time. So during this very small chapter of my life, I don't have to worry about what anyone else needs. I can take all of that energy and just spend it on myself.
Single that's really resonated with me and it's been on my mind and my best friend and I were talking about it and now I'm here to talk about it. Simon Sinek was on a podcast and he was talking about how the longest relationship he's been in as a single person is 3 years. And he was talking to a friend of his who was in a 16-year relationship who later said that she wished that she was only in that relationship for 1 year and she realized it was a bad toxic relationship for her. Simon was saying how basically as a single person, she is the one who did it right. Like if people look at her, they're like, oh, she got married for 16 years, but you've only been in a successful 3-year relationship. You essentially suck. But I was thinking about it. And as someone who's been single a lot throughout my life and I've just like been in and out of relationships. I've been in a 4-year relationship. I've been in a 1-year relationship, but haven't found my person and I'm in my 30s. I was thinking about it and I was talking to my friend and I was like, single people are actually so brave because we look at relationships and we realize which ones are good for us and which ones that we should stay in. We have the bravery to say that something is not working out. Whereas I feel like people who have been perpetually in relationships, it's really hard to do that. And I understand there are so many factors, but I just think about being a single person and the way that I run my life. I think about when I'm at an airport, the way I'm lugging my 50-pound suitcase by myself on trains, upside on Airbnbs, like just the bravery that it takes to be single is something that people shouldn't overlook. Because I know that there are both sides of the coin here, but it just really resonated. Like, why do we think that someone who's been in a 16-year relationship is more successful than someone who has bravely navigated what being single is like? Anyway, I love Simon and I have a crush on him, and that further led to my crush.
I don't think women want to get married. I think they want to be celebrated. And having a wedding, having a baby shower, those are really the only times in a woman's life where she can invite all of her friends and family to show up for her, and they do. It's kind of backwards because partnering with a man or partnering with anyone means you have a partner. You have help. You have support. So the single people have no partner, no support, but we're expected to shower this woman with gifts and presents when she actually has more support than we do. become backwards. And I really think if we celebrate women more for the things that they make their life about, the interesting things they do, the skills they learn, the books they write, the businesses they launch, that would decrease the desire for a wedding, because it's like, well, you're celebrated. There are other ways to be celebrated as a woman. You can wear a very beautiful dress, you know, for your 33rd birthday, for your 22nd birthday. If we did birthdays right, certain milestones right, I don't think young women would be so desperate for a wedding. I think they just want to be celebrated. They want to be seen. They want to feel like they have a community that supports them. And unfortunately, the only way to see and test that type of community is by sending out a wedding invitation. Celebrate your single friends. Celebrate women outside of them attaching themselves to men, and let's see what happens. Because for so many, it's like, yeah, you want to plan a wedding, but you don't want to be married to that guy.
It's not backwards. It's the life that you chose and everything that comes with it. I don't understand. I really don't get it. That's what you decided to do. Period. End of story. Now I can see if you're supporting people but they don't give you something back, that would make me upset as well. But a lot of women, I'm single, I'm happy, I'm child free. Well, guess what what comes with being single, happy, and child free? Single. Alone. You have to build your support network. When she marries him, he's connecting her to his network and vice versa, right? So they're exchanging networks and they have more people that just by way of marrying you, we have access to. But that's a decision they decided to make. Whatever goes into marriage, they got to deal with that. The same way you decide to be single, happy, childless, carefree, and all that other stuff. You make your own decision.
People are like, Tori, why are you single? I'll tell you why I'm single. Because I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm the only adult. I've done so much work on myself. And if I can do the work to regulate my nervous system, heal and deal with my emotional trauma, learn to communicate my needs and wants and desires, know how to take accountability and responsibility for my shit, if I can learn how to not shy away and be afraid and run when a hard conversation is needed to be had, so can you. So can you. And I am not going to be the only responsible adult in a relationship with two people. Because if a man is being inconsistent, if he is being wishy-washy and unclear and making plans and then not sticking with them, if he says one thing and constantly does another, then I'm not dealing with a man. I'm dealing with an emotionally stunted, immature, wounded, unavailable, avoidant little boy. And I want to be with a man. I don't want to be with a boy. So I am forever going to stay single until that is possible, because you need to be bringing the same energy and effort as I do. I don't work on myself to be the best version of myself, to settle for somebody who is not doing that work or bringing that to the table. So that's why.
I just saw a video that broke me. This woman started out by saying, don't be like me. Don't be in a relationship with somebody who mistreats you. And it broke my heart because of the pain that she is enduring in her situation. But more than anything, it made me think about how too many people are in relationships where people are causing them pain and mistreating them because they get into those relationships for a myriad of reasons. But what would have been mine is that I wanted to belong. I wanted to be like everybody else, and society pushes this narrative that you have to be coupled to be of worth and value. And I would have done anything. I would have accepted any level of mistreatment certain times in my life in order for me to check a box that I fit in and I was like everybody else. Because I spent decades alone, and I don't think people fully understand that concept of what a lifetime of loneliness can do and what you'll be willing to accept if you don't feel worthy of being like waiting for the right person or being alone. So much of my own experience and journeyness with loneliness and long-term singleness of over 2 decades was built on these ideals and these principles that aren't truths. And that's why I think it's so important to talk about it. It isn't true that you only have worth and value if you're coupled. Somehow society has kind of like trained that to be in people's brains, that like that's what brings value. If someone can desire you, then you have worth and value. But if we can break that narrative, I think it's way more important to spend our energy figuring out, how do I live with the singleness that's lonely rather than be in a relationship that brings harm. It's really hard sometimes to figure out, how do we talk about these things by honoring all the different parts of it, right? How do I honor the real depth of that loneliness and the desire for like healthy coupling, at the same time understand that like you don't need to be in a relationship to have worth and value, at the same time understanding that there are beautiful parts to singlehood. There are such amazing strengths that come that I developed over my lifetime of it that has led me to beautiful parts of my life, but we so often focus on the difficult parts. And it's understandable why we focus on those difficult parts, because so often single people pain gets ignored. Loneliness and the way that it inhabits a person's body gets like shoved aside, and there's other pains that become more valid. So it's a balancing act. I don't always get it right, but I'll continue to try, because I'm trying to reach people who are younger than me, people who believed like me, who felt all of their worth was in this one part of society. And I want them to not accept bad things into their life. I want them to be able to live a beautiful life, have hope for a healthy relationship, but also understand how to make their life work if they're going to be alone forever. And that is a hard balance, but I'll keep trying. I'm sending you love.
You know what's offensive? Dating apps in your 30s. Do you know what's more offensive? When the people in your life who are in relationships or married or dating look at you with pity and they say, just keep trying, your time's coming, it'll happen when you least expect it, just get out there and meet people. No. Have you been on Hinge lately? Have you been on Hinge in 2025? If the answer is no, you are not allowed to give me your opinion. Like, I'm 31, and this whole meeting people organically out and about thing, I just don't think it exists anymore. I don't think people communicate in person. So we've been trying the dating apps. Let's start by Hinge. Offensive. The most offensive thing is when the little prompt comes up on Hinge and it says, we think you two are the most compatible, and then you see who they're thinking you're compatible with. I'm like, that's what I'm bringing in? So it's a me issue. And then we have Tinder. Tinder is only good if you're overseas and you're in Europe, and that's really if you want to hook up with a hot European man. They are very sexy. But like in America, you're going to get kidnapped and you won't be alive if you go on Tinder. And then we have Bumble. Bumble's a lot of work. I don't like to do all the work. I feel like I have to do so much work in my real life as a girl. No, I don't want to message you. I'm sorry. And last but not least, we have this magical app called Raya, which is like very exclusive. All the people not on Raya, they want to be on Raya. Let me tell you, no, you don't. You don't want to be in Raya. They're matching you with people in Dubai, people in freaking Australia, people in Europe. No one where you live. And then if you do come across someone where you actually live and you do match with them, no one speaks. No one speaks. And if you do match with someone and you message them and they respond, or vice versa, you're never going to meet up. Raya is not for that. Raya is to see what famous person you come across, see if you can match with them. Maybe you'll hook up with them and have a good story, and that's that. And welcome to dating in 2025. So if you're not on a dating app, congratulations. Life is great. Do not give me your opinion.
Sometimes I get really discouraged that I'm 34 and still single when all of the rest of my friends are married and have kids. And then I think to myself, no, Steph, this is a luxury. You've been sitting in your car for the last 30 minutes doing nothing and staring into the abyss. And you have no one to answer for except for the laundry you have to fold, which you could do that tomorrow or never. And honestly, I think the best part of actually being single when all of my friends are married is that I've been promoted in every single one of my friendships to head of HR for their marriages. And I have to say that I am thriving in this position, unlike any other job I have ever held. And because of that reason, I think I'll stay employed here a little longer.
I mean, once again, do whatever you want to do, however you want to live your life. Essentially, what it is you being in other people's business. I think that those women haven't effectively learned yet how to handle issues in their own marriage. So they go to you. Whenever they effectively learn how to do that, you won't be head of HR anymore. You'll be on your own. You'll be single, and they'll be working things out with their partner.
absolutely love this video. Love the fact that she didn't get upset when people walked through her video. But what I love the most is that when she needed it, that woman was there to make her day. I love that. That's what the gym community is all about. That's what the world should be all about. Lifting each other up when we need it the most. Thank you, Zara, for being vulnerable, for sharing this. We all have days like that. You look great. Keep up the hard work. Everyone go show her some love and have an amazing, amazing Sunday.
Listen, I think it's so cute that everybody just running around here playing, acting like they got all these options and all that. But it really comes down to, look over to that person you got next to you right now. Do you trust that person to wipe your ass when you can't do it? Do you trust that person to feed you if you can't do it? I'm talking about literally put the spoon and the fork to your mouth, feed you it when you can't do it yourself. Be the brain when you can't remember a damn thing. We can't, don't be me off. Don't be me off. Get your shit together.
You give me some flowers from Publix, I will knock your black ass.
Is there
flowers.
a certain way that a man has to present the flowers?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it-
that's a good question.
Is it just, okay, let me just go get the flowers in Publix?
It depends. When I was at the TV station, flowers would just show up on my desk all the
I
time.
ain't gonna
So
hold you, fam. She getting a flower whatever way I give her flowers, bro. If the gesture's not good enough, I don't give a At that point, listen.
then
if
you
don't
don't care.
I actually
don't care.
learned-
You
I
don't
actually-
care.
I actually
No.
learned
You
that
don't
the
care if you don't-
presentation is more.
Hello.
It's not
If
about
you
dead
give me
flowers.
some flowers from Publix, I will knock your black ass out. There's no effort into it. Like, instead of just having it wrapped in a piece of paper that got the price on it, take the extra time to go over there to the florist side and wrap it in some actual tissue so the girl can feel like, it's something special. You know what a lot,
I've learned,
you know
hold
what's,
on, that you actually had, like, with my girl, it's probably got like 100 vases at the house.
she could change it out.
It's to the point
every
where
season,
she's like,
every
now,
month.
right now,
she could
she's
change
like-
it out.
she's like, maybe don't get no more vases. Bro, it's because I learned that, though.
I love that.
All right, you guys sent me this. You wanted me to watch it and said, did you see? Wait, I think I saw it. Did you guys catch it? Let's see. In case you missed it. Enhance. Zoom in. It's right here. Right here. Why is that moving? Why is that warping like that, lady? This is Heidi Clark, aka Honey Peach Fitness. She's an online coach, strength training for women, fat loss, muscle gain, and confidence she'll give you. Just like the confidence that one has editing all of their Valentine's Day photos to make their waist smaller. As you see here, the crooked pillar and the bent railing. If you are trying to sell women confidence, you should probably be confident yourself. And a confident person does not have to edit and manipulate the way that they look in a picture after they take the picture. That's the truth. And also, she said in this picture, all good things come in threes, and I have to admit, you're right. It's a reel, guys, where there's 3 pictures in it, and the first picture has a very obvious edit here where she made her legs bigger. Also, she made her ass rounder because the store is all fucked up. And in the second picture, the door frame is fucked up over here. And in the third picture, she dollied this painting, and the door frame is also fucked up. So yeah, anyway, fat loss, muscle gain, confidence, add Photoshop, and remove confidence. If you'd like to hire her, you can go to Pecs and Peaches, or you can click on this link in her link tree, or you could click down here and leave a comment telling her that you know what she's doing.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Why? The video, man. Come on, man. What are we doing? Pictures. I've seen pictures, but now we doing videos too. Man, what we doing? What we doing, man? Come on.
Have a man who's married and you are signing up to be his side chick so that, you can have this monetary gain. I think it is totally, totally deceptive. And then I also look at it like, this is what's crazy, Nene. I've been in my field 17 years, and oftentimes you'd be surprised at how many times the side chick is what's keeping the marriage together. Meaning that man is a better man to his wife because of his side chick.
Do you think so?
Because
I don't feel like he's better to her. I feel like he's horrible to her.
He's still horrible. He's still a horrible man.
Yeah.
What he's doing is just unacceptable. But a lot of times when a man has a side chick, he comes home and he's in a better mood. he comes home and he tends to want to be more present when he's there.
Yeah,
because
I
in
see.
his mind, he's thinking, well, I'm getting my recharge. I'm getting whatever I want from this side chick. That makes me be able to come home and be more present with you as a wife.
And once again, not condoning it, but the logic is he don't have to beg for it. He doesn't have to sit up here and try to, fight you for it. Whatever, I already got what I need. Now I can focus on giving you what you need because my mind is clear, is the concept here.
If you're sad about being single right now, you need to hear this. A little tough love.
Oh, I wish I had a boyfriend. I wish I had a husband. You know what? You are your relationship. You are your best friend. Get out there. Entertain yourself. Be happy with yourself. I love being single. If I'm in a relationship, I like that too. Don't get the, oh, poor me attitude. Move on. Life's too short.
It's not going to get you anywhere. You can just sit in your bed and cry, or you can go out and do something.
Well, life is what you make it, and make it a happy one for you, and accept whatever happens to you, and accept what doesn't and isn't happening to you.
I am 41 years old, single, without kids, living in a van outside my mom's house. But I'm on the next chapter of my life. I am currently building a tiny home next door, like literally next door to my mom. This is my tiny home I'm building, and it's literally next door to my mom's house. This is my mom. Mom, you happy that I'm moving next door? Yeah.
One thing that my wife said was, a lot of these women you see, it's a coping mechanism. They're coping with something. Why would you want to be single and alone like this? It's depressing. And honestly, for a lot of these women, I agree. Now you have some women out here that are actually single and, they're thriving and they're doing their thing. But then you also have a lot of these modern women that are single. They look like they're thriving, but they're miserable.